something because nonsense is going on here. I'll pick a car that... Actually, do I have a better car? Let's see. Do I have a more Formula 1 style car? There is one somewhere. Where are you hiding? That one. Okay, it'll have to do. This is an answer to some of the back and forth going on, because there's incredible nonsense is going on around this. Right. On entry to this corner, Hamilton comes out the pits. I'm going to go slow to do this. On entry to this corner, he leaves roughly a car length of room. I probably haven't left quite enough, but roughly a car length of room on the outside for Verstappen. But Hamilton is never behind in this series of events. At this point, Verstappen's front wheels are well behind Hamilton's wheels. Now, Hamilton's line through this corner is the racing line, in essence. So the wedge to my left is closing, which is exactly what happened. And roughly, I think, about this point is where they hit. So bear that in mind for a second. Now, if you take the Verstappen line on this... Now, his entry is on the edge of the track here, and he has Hamilton on the inside, but he's well behind. He's like close to half a car length behind at this point. So he has no business at this point contesting further, really. And if the wedge is closing here, and I don't have the modern track, but my assumption is if the wedge closes here, you get out of it and you go this way, which is what Hamilton did in the earlier part of the race. But anyway, the better part of valor, so to speak. But a deeper thing that people are not dealing with here is, look, if your angle, which is roughly where Verstappen is, and it's the wedge and it's closing, you have to take a real serious note that your corner exit speed here is compromised. You cannot match the guy on the racing line because your angle is not shallow here. You've got to brake and get round this corner, and if you're carrying way like the same speed as the racing line, you're not getting round the corner. And if you look, if you look at Verstappen, his car angle is not good, right? It's into the side of the car on the racing line here. And let's say that Hamilton yielded. Let's say that Hamilton yielded. Hamilton is going onto the grass or in the wall, I'm telling you. Right? This idea of leaving space, Verstappen had no intention of leaving any space here. And he was behind. This angle through this corner here that he had on this sharp, non-shallow angle meant that this was a low-speed exit to get around this corner, and he should have been backing out of this he should have been backing out of this before he hit Hamilton. Let's just call a spade a spade. He should have been backing out of this, and he didn't. By sticking it in here, he was never really going to get around the corner, or he was going to ensure that he got round here, and Hamilton's out in the gravel. But he had no right for it. His front wheels were never in front at any stage. And for me, the criminalizing piece is the angle here. This angle that you come in on the inside here with a guy on the racing line on your outside to the right, it's where you're backing out to get around the corner. You're not pushing the zone here. You can't accelerate here. This is where you've got to brake extra to get round. And once you're around, you're going to be accelerating. The guy on the outside of you has way more pace than this. This whole thing has been bullcrap. I've seen people say, oh, not this, no, racing incident. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. And the driver here who's on this outside line here, who's got it wrong, has plenty of chance to abandon, to bail, to go across here, for example. You know what? I'd even have more respect if, instead of crashing, he went out here and came out of this corner with perhaps some extra speed, but staying behind. Anyway, the point is, a lot of people talking crap about this. This angle here on that Verstappen had was a more... it wasn't the shallow angle on the corner. So getting around this corner here from this point, if you're doing the same speed as the guy on the racing line, there's something wrong. I don't think Verstappen had any intention other than not getting out of that. And the 3-place penalty is soft. Anyway, enough said.